Alright, yeah. I ask people, so do you drive on the right-hand side of the road in Uruguay? And they say, more or less. People are very, very proud of Punta del Este, as I said before. And one day, I was driving from Montevideo across to Punta del Este. I'm driving along there in the middle of the day, and the police stop me and they say, why don't you have your lights on? So I turned to him and I said, because there's nothing to see. He said to me, ooh, but have you been to Punta del Este? Uruguayans are very proud, say, oh, Uruguayan drivers are crazy. Believe me, you don't know crazy. I come from South Africa, where the most important piece of driving equipment is a semi-automatic rifle. They have something called the pedestrian right-of-way law. And this is true. You can blindfold someone in a major city in Norway, and you can push them into the traffic, and they can walk through the whole city, crossing all the major roads, and every car will stop for them. I dared some of my Norwegian friends to try that in Uruguay. Politics, I'm not even going to talk about politics because it's far too complex, but I made it simple. I actually figured out eventually, I was here during the elections, and I figured out how politics works here. It's actually quite simple. It's the party that plays their music the loudest, I think, wins the election. Hey, shall we talk about paper mills? I can't pronounce the name. Every time I try to say Gwaligachu, someone said to me, bless you too. Keeping that river clean is not one of the priorities of the Argentinians. If you walk along there, you'll see plastic bottles, plastic bags, used condoms floating down the river. For a Catholic country, there are a lot of used condoms floating down the river. I know the Uruguayan economy isn't quite as good as what it used to be, but I'm saying, please, we don't need your second-hand condoms. But the Finns got a quick lesson in cultural readjustment there. I mean, that must be funny, because in Finland, I've been to Finland, they do things slightly differently there. If you object to something, you clear your throat, you say, I object. Apparently in Argentina, if you object to something, you build a wall in the middle of the road, and you remove your shirt and your bra at the United Nations. We'll get onto that in a moment, but I mean, I can just picture the scene, the telephone conversation. The Finnish guy here, and he's communicating back with head office in Finland. The guy says, "Okay, Henrik, what do you need there?" He hasn't got the cell phone. He's got okay. So he says, "Okay, Henrik, what do you need?" And he says, "Well, we need 5 pulp and paper technicians." Yes, Henrik. What else? Well, we need 7 electricians. Yes, Henrik. And what else do you need? Well, about 3 engineers and, how can I put this? 4,000 soldiers. And he's going to say, well, what are you doing? Are you making paper or war? But let's get back to this woman who, decided to bare her breasts at the United Nations. I found that fascinating. It's like environmental issues, bare breasts, connection. Who cares? Us men are so stupid, seriously. I mean, a woman can just show us their bare breasts and logic goes out the window. Instead of saying, no, we need to look at the statistics. Oh, nice tits. Okay, I'm convinced. I spoke at a conference in Buenos Aires recently. It was some kind of academic conference, and I got involved in a debate about post-colonial language, and I didn't win it. I've decided what I'm going to do next time is I'm just going to, if I'm losing the arguments, I'm just going to put my penis on the table, and I'll say yes. I just want to make 1 point, and someone will probably say yes, but it's such a small point. I actually like Argentina. Are there any Argentinians in the audience? Sure. Okay, I love Argentina. I found the people very friendly. You know, someone must have told them it's no longer polite to throw nuns out of aeroplanes. I love Buenos Aires as well, but I think it's false advertising. Buenos Aires, good air. Whoever came up with that name was not standing behind a bus in Corrientes Street.